Shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the elders of GMS. And double honors to all the brothers out there teaching sincerely the correct doctrine of that's been passed on us by the elders of GMS. Alright, I'm going to start off with like this word's been going out for a long time now, you know, because it got to reach the four corners of the earth. And a lot of these people, they seen us out here, you know, for years. For the brothers that's been out there teaching for years, you know, or longer, you know, many years, and they see that okay, the world hasn't ended yet, and that the so-called white man's still in power, and we're still out here preaching. Martial law hasn't hit the streets full blown out yet, you know, and the mark of the beast isn't being as forced as it will be soon. You know, it's the mark of the beast is implemented, right? But not everybody have it, and not everybody is forced to have it right now. Like, you can still go to Macy's and buy something without having the chip. So these people, they're content, and they think that the stuff that we're saying, that we're prophesying, you know, according to the scriptures of the Bible, that these things ain't gonna come to pass because they're not happening right away. But just because the Most High doesn't do something right away doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. You know, He doesn't operate on your time. He operates on His own time. He doesn't do things just to please men. You know, all this is for His pleasure. You know, so you got to work around His schedule because He's not working around ours. You know. All right, I'm gonna. Actually, I'm gonna start Revelations 13 and 15. And He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You know. So if you're not gonna worship, when you get this, you know, if you're not gonna take the chip, if you're not gonna acknowledge the new world order of these Edomites that they're trying to establish, which is not gonna get established. If you don't give all your power, what little power you do have nowadays, and rights all up, and do whatever the NATO, the EU, UN tell you to do, then you're gonna get put to death. You know, and that's according to the scriptures. You know. Because these Edomites, they want to bring down the world population down to alright, these Edomites, they want to bring the world population down to 500 million anyway. So killing you is not going to be a big deal for them. Especially if you're an Israelite, because they want to put all the Israelites in slavery. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, they want to put us all back into hardcore slavery. You know? Let's see. Yeah. So they're already getting things set up or attempting to get things set up to where their plans will follow through, but they're not going to reach their final product because these Edomites already been in power for so long. They're trying to perfect the grasp they have on the world right now. Here's a, oh man, I'm in the wrong book. It's a lot here. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So, if the so-called white man didn't do this right here, you see, if the so-called white man didn't do that, then who was it? You know, who was the one doing that? Because if you read in Maccabees, it's not the first time they didn't paint the likeness of their images, because these heathens, especially these Edomites, like to worship themselves as gods and try to get other people to worship them as gods. Yeah, here it is. First Maccabees 3:48. I'll start at 47. Then they fasted the day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads. Talking about the Israelites. Verse 48. And laid open a book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. See? So the heathen paint the likeness of their images in all through history. You have any questions? Alright, yeah, so the image of Caesar Borgia, that's an image that these so-called Caucasians painted up to fool the world in believing that that's what Christ looked like, and they've succeeded in that. Up until recently, you know, more and more people are waking up to the fact that who the world calls Jesus Christ never looked like that. He never looked like a so-called white man, which is crazy, you know. With all the education that these people have in this world, you know, they go to colleges, they go to you know, they go through elementary all the way up to high school, and for the ones that go to college, you think they would have enough common sense to realize, okay, at this time period, it wouldn't make sense for him to look like that. They got an image up that looks like a cracker, you know, most commonly blonde hair, blue eyes, with a Roman toga style garment on. And then if you read the scriptures, the description looks nothing like that. But you know, people don't ever question that. They just, okay. People don't ever question that. Hold on, I'm gonna look something up real quick. Alright, 1 Corinthians 3:19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. You know, so all the education and so-called master's degrees these people have is foolishness in the eyes of the Most High, because they really don't have any true knowledge. Because they're still being confounded and shown stupid by believing in the little lies and big lies that these Edomites and the government tell them. They tell them, oh, these energy drinks, they're good for you. You got this and this and that in it, or this food's good for you, or the government doesn't lie. All little lies, from the small little so-called white lies to the great big ones. These people are just take the so-called white man word for it, and look at these people now. They're morbidly obese, most of them. The gap between rich and poor is widened. You know, the government done poison your water, food, air, and these people don't do a damn thing about it. They don't even complain. Or they might get upset about it and just be like, well, fuck it. So they basically letting these Edomites walk all over them. The government, more specifically, and more specifically than that, these so-called Jewish rats, because they're not the real Jews. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. So these people who think they're wise in this world, the Most High takes them on in their own craftiness. Oh, you're wise? Okay. Like, let's take, for example, these college professors. You know, they're considered wise, but yet they believe in the Big Bang Theory and evolution and things like that. You know? So the Most High, okay, he took someone who's considered wise, and really that person is a fool. You can know calculus all day, all you want, but that's not gonna help you when it comes to understanding the scriptures, which is true knowledge. You know, if you can understand the scriptures, all other things come easier. But if you have no understanding of the scriptures, then okay, you may have some worldly knowledge, but you're not well-rounded. You know, you don't have spiritual knowledge, but you have carnal knowledge. Let's see. This is Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. So the simple believe in every word. You're gonna believe every word that these fools teach you, especially these coons and these they're super coons. These black pastors and shit in the church teaching you foolishness. You know, you go in there, dance and sing, go over maybe one or two scriptures, and he give you a false breakdown, and you leave the church saying that's a good service. You know? So, you know, you're a fool because you're sitting there believing everything this man's telling you, but you're not going to read for yourself. You know, he got a Caesar Borgia picture up in the church, and you take that, okay, as face value, but you don't read for yourself. And when you do read, you don't understand what you're reading. Or if something you read doesn't go with you don't even question your teacher. You know, like if he tell you something to teach you something, and you read something that doesn't line up with what he said, you don't even question. That's a fool. That goes to show you that you're not seeking wisdom, knowledge, or understanding. You think the Most High is just gonna be satisfied with you just, okay, you're in church, you in there dancing and singing with your weave on, or your suit and tie, and then the pastor go over some shit, tell you a little sob story or something to make you trigger an emotional response, you know, and then you leave like, okay, yeah, that was good service and shit, because he's telling you things that's pleasing to the ear, but it's not truthful. You know, an enemy speaks sweetly with his lips. You know, And you know what? That's why it says you are of your father the devil. I'm talking about a lot of these Israelites, because they doing the things that the so-called white man does. You know, they take what the white man doing and they do it because they see that it works for them, so it has to work for me. But that's not the righteous thing to do. You know, we already been oppressed and enslaved in this country for a long time, and you're gonna promote and extend that by helping the white man further oppress the minds of our people. Nobody in this country, except for the men teaching the truth of the Bible, that acknowledge themselves as being Hebrew Israelites, who acknowledge that the Father is Yahweh and the Son is Yahweh Shai. How many other people on the planet are teaching the children of Israel who they really are? Because according to the world, we're just some niggas, Latinos, North Americans, or Spics, or some Mexicans or Puerto Ricans. That's not our true name. That's not our true name at all. So who's really trying to wake up the minds of our people? You know? Not many people trying to do that. You got our own people trying to rock other ones back to sleep. You know, you can call those Stevens from the movie Django if you haven't seen it. You know, the Most High got a special death for you Israelites out there, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, North American Indians, who is doing the handiwork of the so-called white man by teaching our people lies. Because you're not going to benefit from that. You may benefit for a short period of time in this kingdom, but it's not. But the cost of that, I mean, it's not worth it. Like right now, you know, the Most High provides us with enough so we can eat, sleep, you know, come out here and do this work. You know, for brothers who have cars or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't got lots of riches for doing this. Our reward is gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. Our reward is gonna be escaping these thermonuclear missiles that's gonna destroy this place. You know? Because I don't want to be caught in that, you know. And Lord willing, hey, I'm not gonna be one of them dudes that's gonna be teaching our people lies just so I can get some money. Yep. White people don't want to accept the fact that they're the devil, man. Though, you know one thing the so-called white man has done, the so-called elite at least, they accepted the fact that they're the wicked. They accepted it. They have no choice but to, because they can't be righteous. You know, they accepted the fact that they're the wicked. That's why they're so comfortable in the pushing their wickedness all across the world. You know, if you're the wicked, then you might as well be wicked to your full extent, and that's exactly what they're doing. You know, and the so-called Israelites, well, the Israelites, the real Israelites, we're supposed to be righteous, but you got Israelites who want to be wicked as wicked as all hell. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see it on BET and TV all the time, man. They're just being as wicked as they can be because the so-called white man, he tells them, oh yeah, do this, do that. I'll pay you this, I'll pay you that. You it's okay, or whatever they tell them. I don't know. I'm not in the meetings, but they persuade them or convince them to do the things they do, and they just do it. And then the second time is so much easier. Then the time after that is even more easier. Then it becomes second nature. Proverbs 19:3. The foolishness of man perverteth his way, and his heart fretteth against the Lord. So, a foolish man, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying?